Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today I will be welcoming a zombie from Dawn of the Dead, the original George Romero classic, and she is Tom Savini's niece, Melissa Connolly Dunlap. I'm having her on the show today because she was the little girl zombie in the airport chart house. I'm having her on the show today to talk about that, any memories she has of making the movie. I had reached out to her last summer to promote her appearance at Living Dead Weekend, but she missed the message at that time, and so she's just coming on today to reminisce about making the movie. And I can't wait. You know, I'm a huge fan of Dawn of the Dead. To me, it's the greatest zombie movie ever made. And I'm really excited. So yeah, here is my interview with Melissa Connolly Dunlap. Hey, Melissa.
Hi, how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, welcome to the show. This is such an honor. Thank you so much for taking the time today.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. So, your uncle, of course, is Tom Savini, the Holy Father of Gore, as I like to call him.
Yes.
How old were you when you played the zombie girl in the airport chart house?
So I think I was 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
Did he just ask your parents if you could play a zombie?
I'm not really sure how it came about. Just know we woke up one morning and my mom said, "You're not going to school." She didn't tell us where we were going. It felt like forever driving in the dark. And then we showed up there and she told us, and once we saw him, we just knew it was something that had to be scary.
Wow, sounds like they wanted to make it a surprise.
I guess, yeah. Probably because they figured maybe we wouldn't want to do it. I don't know.
Oh my God. And once you knew that what you were there for, were you super excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a long day, though. You know, being so young and everything, I can just remember. It seemed to be a very long day.
Yeah. Were you able to watch Night of the Living Dead at that age?
No. We weren't even really supposed to see our movie. My mom's sister, my aunt, had, I guess she knew somebody at the movie theater in the Pleasant Hills area. Mm-hmm. And they were able to take us in to see the movie. Which was fine for me, but not real good for my brother, because from that point on, he slept with the bathroom light on for years. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it scared the living daylights out of him, I guess. The movie did.
Yeah. So you weren't quite familiar with the zombie culture yet.
No, we were familiar with the monsters. We knew they were fake because of Tom.
Mm-hmm.
He had, well, maybe at that age we weren't 100% familiar. We might have gotten more familiar as we gotten older.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had, would call us down to the house, and he only lived a few blocks from us. And we would go down there, and he would try to dress us up as animals. And I can remember he called me down one time, and he started putting, like, silicone on my face.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really cool until he put it over my nose, and I started getting scared. So I said no, and then he called my brother, mm-hmm. and he made my brother a werewolf. And I think something happened, because I think my brother was stuck with his face on for, like, more than one day.
Oh.
I think maybe he forgot to put, like, epoxy or something underneath it.
Yeah. Oh, my God. And how long did it take to put that makeup on?
The day of the movie?
Yeah.
Well, there were different parts, so just a few moments here and there. Because there were so many clips of it, it wasn't all shot at the same time.
Oh, okay.
It was shot periodically throughout the day. We probably did the same scene quite often to get it right. And so they would like take us, put makeup on us, send us back out. So it was only just, not a whole lot of makeup then. I think just the bullet holes were mostly.
Mm-hmm. And it didn't take that long, of course, to take it off.
I don't remember taking it off.
Yeah.
I definitely do not remember taking it off.
How long did... yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. How long did you spend overall in that chart house? Maybe like 12 hours?
Probably, maybe at least 10.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember getting there very, very early in the morning, maybe like 6 or 7-ish. And I remember leaving very late. I just know it was dark when we got there, and it was dark when we left.
And of course, you had to abide by the children's labor laws.
I guess. Yes, we did. I don't know what they were. I mean, we weren't working, so I'd imagine there weren't any laws.
Yeah. Well, for that time.
Kind of hanging out with my uncle and playing in his movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even for that time, even for a low-budget movie, I'm sure that had to be enforced. Was it freezing cold?
We were sleeping. We slept a lot.
Slept a
It
lot?
was like a room that we were hanging out with my mom, and there was food in the room, and there was bathroom, and there was a place to sleep. So that all occurred throughout the day, too.
Mm-hmm. Was it freezing cold?
No.
Really? Because I know the movie, because I know that the movie was shot like around the winter time, and everyone else I've talked to says it was freezing, but it wasn't that particular day.
Well, I mean, we were inside, and it was warm where we were.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't have to be outside for anything. I mean, we went outside when we got there, we went outside when we left. That was the only time.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we stayed inside, and we were warm.
Did you get to see the mall while all the action was going on?
No, we weren't there at all.
Weren't there at all?
Never even went through any of this. The only other part of the movie that I remember being shot around us was when the helicopter cut off, I'm sorry, what's his first? Cut?
Who?
The guy whose head got cut off from the helicopter?
Oh, Ken.
No, that's Ken Foray, not him.
Oh, Scott Rediger?
No, Scott Rediger was the guy that came in with his face. He's the one that they used as the picture, correct?
Yes.
Okay, no, this was Krutz. Krutz.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of my tongue, and he's actually somebody that I talk to, other than just at these get-togethers, and I just can't remember which one's name. I want to say Tim. Well,
So.
unfortunately, I can't remember his name, and I feel horrible about that. But we saw the different things they were doing, like to make his head explode.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember seeing that. So we may have been outside for that, because I do remember seeing, like, him standing by the helicopter and people behind the boxes with different things to make his head blow up for when the helicopter sliced the top of his head off.
Mm-hmm. So you got to see that.
Yeah, and we saw Scott. We definitely saw him coming through the door, and that was scary. I can remember being afraid of him.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
How was George Romero directing you?
Patient. Needless to say, patient.
Patient.
He was his be expected with two twins running around the place.
Yeah.
Because we just ran around.
Just ran around, yeah.
Yeah, we ran everybody's way.
Yeah, this movie has impacted me since I was like 18, 19 years old. After my grandmother died, I moved across the street to this apartment that had a video store across the street, and I used to rent the movie all the time, and then later Day of the Dead. And for those 2 years or so, I mean, the movie really kept me entertained going through that dark period. I get emotional now, especially when I watch it, especially after I see the end credits of Day of the Dead and I hear that song at the end. Both of these movies just hold a special place in my heart.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I actually, I knew that Tom was a very respected man when it comes to horror, along with Romero. But as far as our part in the movie, Tom, we would go to different family events, and he would say, hey, we go to the Expo Mart, and we do these different things, and you should come with some pictures, get some autographs. People would like to see you, and I would say, yeah. And, that would be it. And then he called me, and he said, it's the 40th anniversary. They would like for you guys to come out. I said, sure, we'll come out. I definitely did not expect what occurred that day, that weekend at the mall. Mm-hmm. In my eyes, I was just a kid in the movie. When in all reality, I was a kid in a movie, completely different. So it was pretty exciting. It was definitely exciting. And the people that I met through that and the friendships that I've obtained through this all are just amazing people from A to Z. Mm-hmm. It's all very memorable. It's definitely exciting.
Yeah, the ones that I've talked to.
I'm glad I had an opportunity to, be a part of it all.
Right. The ones I've talked to, yeah, they're great people, and they're very much in awe of George.
They come from all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Tokyo and England and London and just, Germany. They're just from all over the place. We've got invited to go to different places to do things. So we'll see where that brings us.
Yeah. When did you actually first get to see the movie?
I guess right after it came out. It was fairly fresh and new, somewhere in the Pleasant Hills. I'm not sure what the movie theater was, but so long ago. We saw it as soon as it came out.
Mm-hmm. Were you scared?
Yeah. Yes. More scared than going into my uncle's basement. Yes.
I mean, some people think that, it's not scary enough. It's too comedic, but I think it has an equal balance. Do you?
Absolutely. As a young child, I was scared regardless. I didn't see the comedy in it at all. As an adult, I can, see some of that. No, it was scary. We were definitely afraid. All we saw were zombies, and, that was scary to us at that age. Mm-hmm.
Are you amazed at how this movie and all of George's movies have sustained such a lasting impact?
Oh, my gosh. It's beyond words. The dedication that people have for him, yes.
How did
Absolutely. Yeah. I knew my uncle had a big impact on people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, me especially. I love so many movies he's worked on,
Yeah.
And I've met him twice at conventions, and I always bring, all these posters for him to sign and stuff, because I just love just the stuff he's worked on. I mean, he's just a brilliant artist.
Absolutely. He is very brilliant. Very intelligent, yes. my grandson is 10, and he got to meet him because, we don't get together too often, and Tom's in and out of town. So when we do get together, it's small times, and my grandson's not always there, so he definitely got to meet him at the mall over the summer this year. And he doesn't like scary things. He's completely different than we are, and I don't let him watch scary things. I don't know why. I just don't. Mm-hmm. And I guess as a grandmother, things change. I don't think I let my daughter watch very scary things either.
Yeah.
He, after being there and meeting Tom, always so funny because we'll go to places and you'll see somebody wearing a shirt from, like, Jason Friday the 13th. It'll say, my mom's uncle made him. Tom Savini's uncle. And he tells everybody everywhere. And he's very proud.
Yeah, I was watching horror way too early myself. First horror movie my parents let me watch was The Shining, and I was like a year old, and that fucked me up.
Well, it couldn't have messed you up any worse than trying to go to the bathroom with a hand grabbing your ankle.
That's true.
Or buckets of cockroaches. I mean, oh my gosh. The things that we've endured with my uncle being my uncle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the only bathroom in their house was in the basement because I guess back in those days, that's how they were built.
Yeah.
Well, when you get down the steps, the bathroom was on the left side, and his workshop was on the right.
Yeah.
There was no way around it. You were getting scared by the animals and the monsters and everything else down there. I can remember some of my cousins peeing their pants quite often because they didn't want to go down in the basement.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You literally saw the pee.
Yeah, underneath the table, because they would be afraid to go down the basement.
Have you seen that new documentary about your uncle?
I don't believe so. Well, I did see, is it the one where he takes you on a tour through his school?
I haven't seen it yet. It just came out like a few months ago or something.
And then that's probably not one I have watched, not yet. My grandson pulls up a lot about him on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He'll come down, he'll say, Mama, watch this. It's Tom. So, yeah, we've watched, the last thing I watched of his was a tour through the school, and then I believe it was a tour through his home also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I have not yet watched the documentary, but it sounds like something I'm definitely going to sit down with my grandson and watch.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out myself, too. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's been promising me since last spring to come on the podcast, and hopefully it'll happen this year. I'm definitely going to see him again when I go to Monsterpalooza in May in Pasadena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to be at Monroeville again this summer. I haven't gotten the invite yet.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask you, last summer you were at Living Dead Weekend. How did that turn out?
Awesome. Mm-hmm. I was there last summer, and I was there the summer before. The summer before was my first year there.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people come to your table?
Oh, my gosh. The first year, it was crazy. They were lined up outside. Mm-hmm. I think I stood up. We're behind tables, so I would come up from the table and come to the front of the table and greet them and say hello and, conversate. Yeah. And I think at one point I just didn't sit down because it was senseless at one point. Because for over maybe 2 hours, there was just people coming and coming and coming and coming. And I enjoyed every moment of it all. Oh. I enjoyed meeting people. I love it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it out there one of these days. It's just really tough to fly from California to Pennsylvania, but one of these days.
Yeah. Why is it so tough to fly from there to here?
Yeah. How did you find out about George's passing?
I believe it was on Tom's Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you immediately remember back to that time making the movie?
researching a lot of things because so many things have crossed me with his name on it, and I've watched and I've heard. So there were just a lot of things that came across my mind when he passed away. Probably the first thing would be how upset it would probably make my uncle because, they were such good friends. So I knew he was probably devastated over the situation. And, I just, we lost a iconic.
Yeah, I was devastated. I cried for a couple of days, growing up, he was my favorite horror director along with John Carpenter. I was just so sad I never got to meet him, and I almost did. He was booked for this convention that ironically ended up getting canceled. It was 2 months later after his death. He was supposed to be at this convention in San Jose, California, and ironically it got canceled after his death. But yeah, I was just devastated for days after that.
Oh, that's sad. I don't know that I was that into the horror.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know a whole lot about all of that.
Yeah.
I just, I think I love it now. Oh my gosh, I love horror movies.
Yeah.
My husband and I constantly fight. He wants to watch comedy. I want to watch horror.
Watch both. Those are my two favorite genres.
Yeah. I still love it. I want to be, thriller, sitting in my chair, biting my nails off,
Yeah.
When I met him, his son has never been introduced to scary things. And so the first scary movie, I think he was maybe 14.
Yeah.
He sat on the couch and he built a fort of pillars.
Wow.
and anytime it was movie night with the family, my stepson would find a corner in the couch and put all his pillows around him because he knew that it was going to be scary. Of course, he didn't have to watch it. If he didn't want to, he could leave the room.
Mm-hmm.
And, if it was something he didn't want on the TV, I definitely would have turned it off. He wanted to watch it, but he wanted the pillows on just in case.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it is. It's funny.
So what are you doing these days?
Well, just working and taking care of the grandson and living life. I think we're looking for a new house, so see what the future brings.
Do you work in a chart house?
No, I said we're looking for a new house.
I know, I was just joking.
I work for Pittsburgh Public Schools.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Melissa, I thank you so much for coming on and sharing your memories of Dawn of the Dead with me.
Thank you for inviting me. It was exciting.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm glad we waited.
Yes.
Well, you have yourself a great day. God bless you and your family.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Melissa Connolly Dunlap. Ain't she a sweetheart? Great stories, great memories of making George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. George Romero is the greatest zombie auteur that ever lived. And I hope I'm not talking to any people who don't know his work, because if you don't, you suck. No, I'm just kidding. Go out there and watch his movies. He is the man. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.